No evil will last forever, so then the question becomes, what side of history do you want to stand on? Now that you know better, what are you going to do?
That's poetic. That's good. Yeah, okay.
What are you going to do, man?
I'm going to join in this shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me give you a card then.
I don't know, it's just funny. Everyone talks so much shit about it because it's fun
They
to
try
make
to
fun of
debunk it.
vegans.
Yeah.
Or not even just vegans, just anyone sort of speaking up about this or the environment or anything. It's fun to make fun of them because, yeah, I think what you're saying.
Truth always passes through 3 stages. First, it's mocked and ridiculed. Then people really fight you. It goes from mocking and ridiculing to actually people fighting you. And then the third step is it's seen as self-evident. Oh yeah, of course. That's what happened with gay rights. That's what happened with everything else.
Yeah. So where do you reckon we are with this? Do you reckon we're still at the mocking
We're at
stage?
the fighting stage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're beyond. We're still in the mocking stage
Like
for a lot of.
transitioning out of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are still stuck in that mocking stage. Yeah, but yeah, we're transitioning through to the fighting stage, and then the next stage is we win.
Yeah.
You could have easily gone over there. Easily.
Obviously my main concern is like a health sort of thing and like, I don't
I'm
know.
not disagreeing with what you're doing, but I asked you to move over, and you said no.
Well, you're not the police, so we don't have to move over.
I understand that. I think he's disrupting the business.
Well, they could ask that. They haven't asked us to do that.
The manager at the door just did, my friend.
He asked us.
Yeah. And I said, is it too much to ask to go move over there?
Well, we were over there, and then the sun affected our work. And we do have a legal right to be here.
I didn't say you don't. And that's exactly what I said to this guy. I said, but do you think it's fair that you're doing it in front of this guy's front door?
Well,
do you?
we're not specifically targeting them.
Mate,
we're just trying to do our work.
I understand that, but you are disrupting the business.
Well, this by definition is a disruption because we're trying to disrupt what's going on to the animals.
I don't think it's too much to ask just to move over 100 metres.
Well, I don't think it's too much for us for people to go vegan, but people.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying.
But people
like
don't
I said
usually.
To this guy, like I said to this guy, I don't disagree with what he's trying to do. I don't disagree with that
Then why are you supporting us?
because I'd like him to move over 100 metres.
But that won't help our cause because the sun
Oh, so
will
you-
glare up
so-
our screens. No one will see what's going on to the animals
Why don't you move on the grass?
because there's no foot traffic over there, my friend.
Look at that, that's a great.
So that's the egg industry, and this is standard practice. What we do to the male chicks
Oh
because
my God!
we put them through a blender.
Crazy.
Yes, and they're 1 day, 2 days old,
That's crazy.
and that's just for eggs. And these are free-range eggs, by the way.
BS.
Yeah, it is complete bullshit. The reason why they put those labels there is to make you think they're treating the animals better, but they're actually designed to make you feel better, the consumer,
that's
about
good.
making that immoral choice. We're trying to do the wrong thing in a right way. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Can you imagine putting one of those chicks in a blender?
That's crazy.
I know, right?
I was talking to a friend of mine. I used to like the drug world, the whole world.
Right.
You selling to using, full circle.
Yeah.
I was talking about the guilt. How if I was the only one selling it, and everybody I walk past that looked like they struggling with a drug problem, all that would be contributed directly to me.
Wow.
But since it's thousands of us, the guilt is thinned out to the point where we don't really feel it at all.
Wow.
Now,
Holy shit, that's really
so-
powerful, man.
Like same thing for that. Like,
It is
if
the
I was
same
only
thing.
Person, if I was the only person,
Yeah.
like the CEO of, and all the guilt was weighing on me, it would crush me. But
Since the
People
the
just,
guilt is shared by
all I
everybody.
need is just one person to walk past and dismiss that, and I'll feel a little better. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel a little better.
I do.
And the more people that walk past, the better I feel. Reality, some people think it's synonymous with morality, because alcohol was illegal too.
Yeah,
When they made it illegal, it was not only illegal, it was immoral. When they
Right.
legalized it, they moralized it.
exactly.
So it's like, okay, the government said it's cool, well, the nanny said it's cool, so I feel a little better about it.
Yeah, but you
That's
believe that we
ridiculous.
should think for ourselves, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. This is pathetic. But it just seems so big, man. This is a hell of a task.
But at least you can stop supporting it,
Yeah.
and then you
you're
can
right.
speak up
Yeah,
in
I-
opportunities where you can.
Look at this shit. Yeah.
These are the piglets. They get their tails cut off. They get their teeth ripped out without any anesthetic. And they do this so that they don't bite on each other's tails because they lose their minds in these facilities and they start biting each other. So they do that to reduce flesh damage. That's their way of addressing it.
It all comes down to the dollar.
It absolutely does.
To hell with the pig that's getting bitten in the tail, right? It's not about him. It's about it's all about the flesh, right?
See, that's the thing. That's how they think and that's how they view animals. And if we buy their products, we also subscribe to that. So the question is, where do we want to stand in history?
I want to be on the good.
Do you want to be on the right side of history?
But you know, intent is like, so the wave is moving in that direction.
Yeah.
The people who are moving with it, some of the people are doing it because that's the way, it's going in that direction.
Yeah.
Not because they feel like they had to change it hard. They're just going with the flow.
Yeah, they're going with what's normal.
Yeah. They're going with the flow.
Right.
If y'all can make this the flow, man, it'll be a hell of a lot easier.
Well, we need people like you on the movement too to help the flow grow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And being vegan isn't about being perfect.
Honestly.
It's just about doing your best in this modern world that we live in. You know?
You know, there's a stereotype to it about, vegans, sanctimonious, self-righteous.
But also people say that in order to minimize the vegan message so they don't have to take it seriously. So that's actually nonsense. If we were talking about child abuse or racism, nobody would say that about people who speak up against that injustice. They wouldn't say, oh, you're sanctimonious. They would say, well, no, you're righteous actually. You're saying something righteous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody is against animal exploitation, at least that's what they say. People say that. So if that's the case, why are vegans sanctimonious? It's wrong. It should be righteous to speak up.
Yeah.
And for you to be vegan, it's really easy. In this modern world, it's really about just not supporting this. It's a non-action. What do you think you're going to do about this? You're going to go vegan?
You know what? I am.
Yeah?
I am.
And then speak up. In whichever way you find effective, but please speak up, because otherwise these beings won't get their liberation, which they deserve more than any other group of beings. They have been the most enslaved. They have been enslaved longer before any other group of beings, and still enslaved today and tortured and killed by the trillion every year. So please say something.
Will do.
My man, thank you. I appreciate talking to you.
Paul. Nice thing.
All right, you too.
Thanks,
Take care, man. Wow, damn, he was smart. So you say this is evil, what we do to animals for a sandwich?
I cannot even check.
Not good enough for your eyes, is it? So then what makes it good enough for our stomachs, I wonder?
Yeah, it's
What do you think you can do about this?
Well, we try to be most of the time vegan.
Most of the time?
Well, we once in a while, we love seafood. So we're mainly vegan, not completely, but I haven't eaten meat in I don't know how many years. So and we don't eat cow products either. So we try to do our part. We're not perfect.
No.
But
may I ask why it is that you started doing this? That you don't want to support it? Is that why?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, one of the main reasons, but also for our health.
For your health, because you've heard that eating more plants is healthier, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We all know that fruits and vegetables are healthy. Would you take that position that you're taking right now with any other injustice? Would you say, I acknowledge that racism is wrong or child abuse is wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you take that kind of compromise, or would you say you would never engage in that behavior anymore?
I see where you're going. No, I wouldn't compromise at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now I'll ask you another tough question. Being vegan, do you know what the benefit that you get out of this is?
Well, on our health first, and on the positive.
That's just a bonus, the health part. That's just a bonus.
Yeah, but the positive impacts it has in the world, because feeding feeding those animals and what it does to the environment and all of that.
Right. So you've mentioned health.
Yeah.
Your health, and then you've mentioned how it damages the environment.
But
the number one.
It's the cruelty against animals.
The number one benefit is that you no longer have to be an animal abuser, and since you say you're against animal abuse, you no longer have to be a hypocrite. You can rid yourself of that right now. And you can say, I was lied to by society, by my parents, doctors, faculties of education, but what's your excuse now that you know better?
Yeah.
Now that you know better, are you going to do better? Which side of history do you want to
Where is
stand
the-
on?
Yeah,
You know,
where's the
slavery.
compromise? Yeah.
Slavery was once legal, not even that long ago in America.
yeah.
And then segregation wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Right? Back then, people used the same excuses for why they didn't want to end their involvement in the slave trade because it was convenient, etc.
Yeah.
Do you believe that all evil will end one day? Good outweighs the bad eventually. No evil can last forever.
Yeah, no.
Right?
No.
So which side of history do you want your name to stand on?
On the good side.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you think you'll do?
You're very passionate and convincing. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I've devoted
And
my
you do
life
a
to this work.
great job.
Would you like a card so you can make more of an
Sure.
informed choice and get
Sure,
more
sure,
resources?
sure.
Well, thank you for listening, and I hope that you will align your actions with the morals that you say you have. Because that way you're in alignment and you're living on purpose, not living on accident.
I've been vegan like I think 15 years ago for about 6 years, like really strict. And then I loosen up, but I think you're gonna get me going.
Good. Yeah, we get caught up in like societal comforts, and we don't want to piss off our friends by telling them the truth, right? So we fall back and we compromise on our own morals, but then they're the ones being victimized in this process.
And I love animals so much.
And you don't even have to love animals. You just have to imagine yourself in their position for one moment.
Yeah, I know.
And then if you don't want it done to you, don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
They suffer just like we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Am I right?
Good job. Yeah, you kicked our ass.
I appreciate you saying that. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.